Player of the Month is coming soon, and I'm going to be talking to you in this video about the release date, but also looking at the nominees, who's going to win it, because this month it does look pretty close. And also with this March Player of the Month, I'm going to be showing you some really good investments that could make you some coins. So of course it does look very close. We do have a few players. If you actually go on Twitter, you can see the nominees, and the stats on these are quite limited. There are only mainly 3 players that do have really good stats. I was actually quite surprised that Firmino and also Sterling didn't actually make it into the Player of the Month nominees, but I'm sure the Premier League have their own reasons for that they haven't published to us. But we can see we do have Vardy. In my opinion, he's going to be the #1 contender. Of course, the fan vote does have a small percentage. I do believe it's something around 10 to 15% impact, which is very small, and mainly the impact is going to be, the decision is going to be made by the Premier League. So Vardy does have an amazing 4 goals and 1 assist, which in a whole month is really good. We did see Aguero with these type of stats, but of course Manchester City, that's a huge club, and Vardy still doing loads of stuff for Leicester is absolutely amazing. And that was 3 wins, and he did unfortunately get 1 loss, but that's still absolutely amazing with Leicester. And then there is also Liverpool's Sadio Mane with 3 goals, and then he does have 3 wins and 1 draw. So Liverpool didn't lose, they did however draw, so maybe that's going to come into play when looking at Vardy and Mane. But in my opinion, Vardy does have that slight edge because he does have that 1 goal advantage. So before we get into the next point, if you are new here, make sure you do subscribe. We are aiming for 21,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We recently hit 20,000, and I'm also going to be making around 2 videos a day, so you definitely don't miss them. And then there is also James Ward-Prowse. He does have 2 goals, which is quite decent. There is a few other players as well that are worth mentioning, but in my opinion, it's not really going to be too much between Robertson, Bernardo Silva, Coleman. I don't really feel like it's going to be any of those. On Footbin, if you actually go on the Player of the Month tracker, it doesn't show those stats at all. You need to kind of select the player when you're about to vote, and then it will show you some of the stats. But in my opinion, they're not really too worthy. I'm not too sure. I haven't watched those players individually to see how they have been playing it for the whole month. But of course, by the stats, from what I can see, it is a bit harder to tell from the defenders. But for example, Bernardo Silva, I'm not too sure why the Premier League would have chosen him. Maybe you guys can comment down below and let me know. Not only with him, but a few other players as well. So looking into some investments now, EA Sports are always changing the Player of the Month requirements, which does make it very difficult to invest in some of these cards, and personally that's why I usually stay away from it. But this month it does look very interesting with Vardy and Mane. I think there could be some cross investing in there if you can get it possible, but like I said, it's really hard to see what EA Sports are going to do as the requirements. But maybe, in my opinion, because Vardy, he's playing for Leicester and he's also English, and English nationality creates loads of possibilities for EA Sports to do some really nice requirements. And in my opinion, it's just going to be the usual, like minimum 1 English player and maybe minimum 1 Leicester player. But I do think Vardy rating is going to be maybe quite high, at least 85 or 86 for one of these squads. So if you actually go and take a look at some English players or maybe some Leicester players, they can even rise in the hype. If we're talking about now, you buy them, for example, now, or maybe you wait until Sunday evening or kind of Monday evening when the market should go a bit lower. We could see some of these investments just going up in the hype if you don't want to take that risk. And some of the ones that will go up in hype are just going to be high rated Leicester players. Those are going to be really good. Just any of those, pick them up, try and snipe them so you can make your margins even better. And maybe it is a bit risky, I would say, because if we actually take a look at it, we could be getting a promo this upcoming Friday, and in my opinion, that is what's going to happen. But if you want to take the risk and sell these guys in the hype, I would recommend maybe Wednesday evening or Thursday evening. I definitely wouldn't wait for the requirements because it's extremely risky to try and get them right. So I would just sell maybe a few hours or maybe the day before, and you should be really good. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.